What up, y'all? This Nick back in here with another video. And today, since I paint customized shoes most of the time, and a lot of times I do anime on the shoes. So today I thought about it'd be a good idea to do a video about the animes that I enjoyed and animes that I dropped because I wasn't interested in. So after I got done with the shoe, I just dropped it. Because most of the time I ended up watching the anime while I'm doing the shoe. So I said, you know what? I think this would be a good topic because a lot of those animes, they'll start off good, but they end up getting trashed later. So I got a list of probably about 15 to 20 animes. Some I liked, some I didn't like. And I hope you guys go through this journey with me. All right, let's get to it. All right, first we're gonna start with the animes that I dropped because I feel like that's the most important one. I just gave up with it because it was boring. Number one, we got Tokyo Revengers. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was boring. It had a lot of hype for a little while, but it was just boring. I couldn't do it. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. It was just boring. I couldn't, every episode I was going to sleep. I couldn't do it. And then so the next one is Spy Family. After probably those first 5 episodes, I lost interest. And then Anya, the second season with Anya, it just pretty much they were just doing stuff. It boring. Terrible. I just didn't have it. I couldn't watch that anymore. And then number 3, and this one kind of bothered me because it had so much hype to it, but I could not get past the first season and a half of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I tried, and I'm telling you, my people, they was trying to say it get good, just keep watching. And I swear to God, I tried. That shit was boring. I couldn't do it. And it was because when people would explain about the story to me, oh, Dio, he hunting different generations of the family and all that. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool, but when we gonna get to that? So it was boring, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. I tried, man. I swear to God, I tried. All right, the next one, and this one gonna hurt some feelings too. And I think I'm gonna give it another go because I was watching it with a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time, and it probably just was last on the list. But it's Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man was not hitting to me. I watched the first 6-7 episodes, and it was not hitting. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a rewatch now. Now that I got a little downtime, I know Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 out right now, but I'm gonna let it build up. I hate watching week to week, so I kind of let them build up. Maybe get probably 5-6 episodes in before I go and watch it. But so while I'm waiting on that, I may go ahead and watch Chainsaw Man, try to give it a rewatch. That way I can run the table on the whole season. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I might just let this shit ride all together because it wasn't it. Maybe I have to see a dope fight or a hype moment or something like that, but it just didn't excite me like that. And this one right here probably pissed the most people off because I do not get the hype around this show. I watched all 28 episodes and I fell asleep so many times because I forced myself to finish this. It's Frieren. That was so boring. It was so boring. It had action. It had all of that. It was more story driven, but it still had action. Man, Frieren's voice, I'm talking about, I cannot watch that past 3 p.m. I'm telling you, I'm going to sleep. It was that boring. But I watched it because people just kept saying it. Okay, that should win the anime of the year over Solo Leveling. And I was like, okay, let me see what they talking about. They talking about it that good. Man, I turned that on. I fell asleep so many times. I'm talking about I had to make sure I watched it on my lunch break at work type stuff to make sure I didn't go to sleep. That's how I had to watch it because if I watched it when I got off work, it was over. I'm going to sleep. So yeah, Frieren was boring, man. Frieren was boring. Sorry, boring, trash. Couldn't do it. All right, the next one, One Piece. So I'm gonna give this one some grace. Because I stopped watching it because it came out during the time when I was a kid. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z and Rurouni Kenshin and stuff like that. where the pacing was terrible back then. You know, in those 90s animes, the pacing was terrible. So I tried to watch One Piece from the beginning, and people were saying, "No, you need to kind of skip the first 3 arcs and stuff like that." But the story was pretty decent, but the pacing was just horrible. I felt like I was watching the same episodes over and over again. So if there's a way that I could skip through it, because I kind of was interested in the story, it's just that pacing was terrible, so I dropped it. I had to drop it. It was atrocious. You know, and then the next one is Shangri-La Frontier. Boring, atrocious. Shangri-La Frontier was boring. I'm talking about I fell asleep almost as much as Freedom. Boring. It had action. They got some good animation to it, but it's boring. I could not do it. Like, I didn't like the main character. I don't like the design. Let me say that. That might be another reason why I don't like some of these shows, because I don't like the design of the characters. But yeah, boring, terrible. I cut that off immediately. All right, the next one is Tokyo Ghoul. That one, after what I want to say, the second season, when he was carrying his friend off, like, you know, in the middle of the street, wrestling police officers and stuff like that, that was hard. But after that, trash. Everything after that, trash. I'm talking about straight garbage. I didn't like nothing after that. I just I felt like I was watching a different show. Cut that off immediately. The next one, like, and this is hard for me to say because I really love the first season of Sword Art Online. I really love the first season. Like the first. Matter of fact, I give it even when he went back into the game, the Gun Gale thing. That was cool too. But when they did the other Alicization and all of that, I'm straight on that. They lost the plot. I'm good. Trash. Like, I'm talking about trash. But everything in the first, gas. I liked the whole first season, and I even get Gun Gale. Liked all of that. That was good. All right, the next piece of trash, Boruto. Boruto got some good fights in it, but fell asleep on it. Couldn't watch it. I just felt like I'm waiting on Naruto again. Like, that's all I felt like I wanted to see. I didn't care about Boruto. I wanted to see Naruto. So, you know, I just like, nah, I'm not. I can't follow it. And Naruto wasn't even my favorite character. My favorite character was Rock Lee. So, I can't even watch. I couldn't do it. It was just boring. Now, they say the manga's good, but I'm not about to go read that. Like, the anime kind of make me want to read the manga, but it's too many other stuff I'd rather do. I'd rather watch or read before I get to that. All right, next, and it's gonna hurt some feelings too. Hunter x Hunter, boring. Talking about boring. I could not do it. I could not do it. It just was not it. Cause every time I tried to watch this, I was like, I like Killua. I like, you know, some of the characters, but the story wasn't good to me. Like the concept of Nen was good, but the story-wise itself, I just wasn't interested in it like that. And I know I'll wrap it up with this one on my dislikes, and the last one I'll say is Fairy Tail. That was boring. The power of friendship was off the chain in there. It was boring. I couldn't do it. I didn't see the hype around it. I know it got a lot of fans and stuff like that, but I just did not see the hype around it. Boring. It was terrible. Now we're about to get into the shows that I actually did like, that I watched. And so a lot of them I watched all the way through. That, you know, if that has enough season, if it's finished or not. But I watched all the way through. That was good. I'm gonna start with this one is a movie. It's called Sword of the Stranger. I really like this one. That movie was good. I really wish it had like a follow-up to it, so I could see what else happened after that or before it or whatever. You know, if they could have built to it or whatever. You know, I really enjoyed that movie. It was really good. And then the next one, it just came back out. The second season of that just came back out. So hopefully it don't end up on the previous list. Is Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. So like I said, I'm waiting on that to build up. I'll probably let it get to about 6-7 episodes before I start watching it. And then the one that surprised me that I really wish would get a second season is I really wish that Akame ga Kill could get a second season. I don't know how they gonna do it because most of the people from the first season died, but I am interested to see. You know, I am interested to see it again. Like, that'll be interesting. The next one is Dr. Stone. I'm a huge Dr. Stone fan. That was really good, especially it came out during the pandemic. You know, when that's all you had to watch. So that was a good watch for sure. And then my next one is Steins Gate. It was a good like sci-fi thriller with going back in time and all of that. You know how your decisions change the past, you change the future type thing. That was really good. And then the next one it's a short anime called Erased. That was really good. It's like a good starter anime. Like if you want to get somebody into anime that's not into all that action and fighting, that's a good one to use. And then one, like I said, this is a newer one that could end up on the other list. Dun Dun Dun. That first season was pretty good. And I haven't watched the second season. I need to. Yeah, but I haven't heard much about it, so that's scaring me. You know, I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm gonna judge it with my own eyes. And the next one is Code Geass. That one was pretty good. I liked it. You know, I kind of like the concepts in it. It just got that one dude. I can't remember his name, but the dude who was in the white mech suit. That boy was getting on my nerves the whole time. I couldn't stand dude the whole time. And then the recent one that just came out, this one could end up on the other list too, but it ended pretty good, is To Be Hero X. That ended pretty good. Like, cause at first I was confused. I didn't like it at first. So I'm like, man, why you keep showing me all these people and ain't nothing coming together? But that last couple episodes pulled it all together. So I'm interested to watch that now. So that was pretty good. I love X's power, to warp the reality and whatnot. So I'm really ready to see that. And then the last, well, not the last one. I got two more. Then JJK, I put this on this list because I like it, but it's getting carried by the fights. Cause the storyline is pretty bad. If we're gonna keep it 100, the storyline of Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty mid. But like they got cool characters and cool fights. It's getting carried by it. Like I do mean carried. Cause that's the only reason why you want to watch the anime. Like people ain't even watching the lore episodes. Like, so it could end up on other lists too, but I don't see that because I'm ready to see Gojo versus Sugano animated. So I really just want to see that. I don't really care about nothing else. And then the last one for animes that I liked and I just finished is My Hero Academia. I finished My Hero Academia. I almost dropped it. When they was telling the villain side of the story and all that. I didn't care nothing about Shigaraki and all that. I didn't care nothing about them. Like get back to the guys we paid to see. Like I don't care nothing about Shigaraki and all that. But I almost dropped. I was this close. But when they started pulling it together with Endeavor's story and all of that brought me back in. Because to me, the Todoroki drama was way more interesting than the Shigaraki and Deku stuff. So like just far as like a plot point, I like that better than the All for One plot. But yeah, those are some animes that I dropped and some that I like. Some of these that I like could end up on the drop list because they ain't done. But I know people gonna say you dropping some crazy ones, but they were just boring to me. Like they were just boring. Who wants to see it? Like I could not watch it. Every time I cut it on, I fell asleep. You know how hard it is to want to watch something and then be like, it's just not giving you nothing. So, but yeah, that's it, y'all. I hope I don't ruffle too many fellas with that. But it is what it is. It's part of the game. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you agree with or disagree with, because I know I'm gonna get some disagreements. But like, comment, subscribe, man. If you want to see me do videos like this outside of making artwork, I got other, like I said, them shoes back there I gotta work on, Sugano shoes. So like, if you want to see me talk about stuff outside of artwork, man, just let me know and we'll get to it. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.